everybody, we're back. We're going to Books A Million because I don't have a Barnes in my area, but that's okay because I feel like Books A Million is more affordable and they have like discount books and stuff like that. So I always have a good time coming here. No, I still don't have a job, but we're still looking for one. So I've got free time to go to the bookstore. So that's what we're gonna do. The number one book is Holding the Reins by Paisley Hope. Can't find this book anywhere, so I really hope they have it. But I'm parked at the back of the parking lot, but there's a lot of cars around me. But anyway, I feel like it's not going to be that crowded in Books A Million, but we're gonna see. Okay, I'm excited. All right, let's go. That was really successful, except for one thing. So I went to the bargain section and picked up Call Me By Your Name, and when I walked closer to the front, I saw that it had damage on it. So there's one there on the title, and then there's like a scrape right there, and then at the top there's damage. So I'm like, can you get me another copy of this? Because the other books in the bargain section weren't damaged like this. It was just this one. And I'm like, can you switch it out? Because this cover has like marks on it. And she's like, this is how the book is. I'm like, girl, no. So she pulls out Call Me By Your Name with, it's like pristine condition, but she's like, this one will be $17. I'm like, okay, I'll just buy the $5.97 beat up one. So, but yeah, I'm so happy. I found all the books I've been looking for. So happy about that. So I will haul everything when I get back home. It's much later in the day. The sun is down. And like I said, it was a very successful trip. I usually try to get one or two books each time I go to the store and not get too many books at one time, but I actually got 4, which is, kind of a lot for me. But one book was a bargain book that I was already talking about, the Call Me By Your Name copy that I picked up. So before I get into those books that I got today, a few weeks ago I went to Barnes and I picked up The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen. Inside cover is really pretty. Map of the Bird Kingdom. And these covers I think are a lot prettier than the original covers. So yeah, big fan of this. The back says, a sweeping, sizzling fantasy novel filled with political intrigue and passionate love. So yeah, I think this came out a while ago. Oh, it's odd. This says 2024. But I thought this came out earlier than that. So I'll have to look that up. So yeah, this series has all new covers now, and I really like this. I've never read Daniel L. Jensen before. I'm really picky about fantasy romance, but if it has good politics in it, I think that I'll like. So yeah, I got that from Barnes a few weeks ago. And now, Call Me By Your Name. So this one was $5.97. I already explained what happened with the lady who worked at the store, but she wasn't mean or anything. She was just wrong. It's like, no, not to be mean to her, but yeah, she was nice. So yeah, there was no like conflict or anything. So yeah, this is the bargain version. I think I tried to listen to this as an audiobook, and I just could not focus on this book. So I actually like DNF'd it. But it's one of those books, like I always intend to read it. I intend to read it. And I just have not finished it. But this movie is my favorite movie, so I think that I can't call it my favorite movie unless I have read this in its entirety. So yeah, I just think it's better for me to read this than listen to it. I don't think I'd be able to focus. So I was like, I've been planning to get a physical copy for so long. So, and yeah, to own, I don't want to have it for a really long time, so it's a shame that it's damaged, but whatever, I'm a cheapskate. But anyway, I'm still repping Books A Million hard though. They have a lot of good bargain books, and they're not damaged like this. This was like the only one I saw that was damaged, and there were no other copies of this in the bargain section. So yeah, I am liking Books A Million better than Barnes because of how many good books they have that are bargain price, and they're literally 25% of the price you would pay at Barnes. So yeah, there's so many discounted books that are in good quality, unlike this beat up one. Anyway, alright. Let's talk about Holding the Reins next. It's by Paisley Hope. Never read anything by her before. I heard this is spicier than the Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver, so I'll be the judge of that, and I can't wait to make a ranking. Holding the Reins versus, I guess comparable would be Powerless, because this is about hockey player, retired hockey player, and Powerless is also about a hockey player. So I'm going to compare those two to Done and Dusted and see which one comes out on top. Powerless is terrible. It's probably like a 1-star book, so it's obviously going to be better than that. So I'm going to see if this is better than Done and Dusted. But now that I'm talking about Elsie Silver, I really liked Reckless though. So yeah, I just recommend you don't read Powerless. So yeah, I will see if this is better than Elsie Silver's books or Done and Dusted. And then this takes place in Kentucky, by the way, and Elsie Silver's Chestnut Spring series takes place in Canada, so it's a different setting. So, I talk about Hate by Tate James. This is in the bargain section. Like, it's not damaged. Look at that, it doesn't even have a dot. This is $5.97. This is the first book in the Madison Kate series. I don't know what this is about. So I'm skimming the back. I guess she was framed for something she doesn't do and she wants to get revenge. So that's all I know. I don't know a lot going into this, but I mean, it's $5.97. I've been interested in it for a while, so it was so cheap. So I'm like, let me just grab it. I really hope I like Tate James and I continue to read this series and the other series that Tate James has. So I have a lot of hope in this. Hopefully it doesn't let me down. I think this is on the lighter side of dark romance, but let me know if I'm wrong. And then last we have God of Wrath. It's like highlighter orange. The cover says, "I'm trapped by the devil." And I wonder which book in the series this is. Oh, the copyright is 2022. So I'm looking at it, it says the series order is God of Malice, God of Pain, God of Wrath. So this is the third book. This is the first book I'll ever be reading by Rena Kent. This is a dark romance. So if you don't like dark romance, I can't recommend it. I can't recommend this to anyone yet because I haven't read it yet. Well, I feel like I have to sample writing before I buy books. So I actually have begun listening to the audiobook of the first chapter of this book to see if I like the writing style before I buy this whole thing. So yeah, I highly recommend you. I think 9 times out of 10 you can find a audible sample of pretty much any book. You know, can't be all books, but I think most books have a audible sample. So I really recommend you go online and listen to an audiobook clip. See if you like the writing style first before you buy a book and you're just like stuck with a book you don't like. So yeah, I listened to it and it has a very interesting beginning. It starts with a secret society. So I was like, okay, this is pretty interesting. Writing style isn't terrible yet, so I think I'm gonna buy it. A lot of dark romances are not well written, so it's tricky to find a good book. So yeah, this is, well, I don't know if I'm gonna read Call Me By Your Name, to be honest. But, so yeah, I'm not sure about Call Me By Your Name, but these will be my TBR. I think I'm gonna read them in this order. I think I'm gonna read Holding the Reins first. I cannot hold all these books. Then God of Wrath, then Hate, then The Bridge Kingdom, then Call Me By Your Name. And then I'm reading Oathbound on the Libby app. If you don't have the Libby app, I recommend you download it. There's so many books that you can read for free. Just get a library card and enter that code into the app. I highly recommend you get a library card because it saves you so much money. And you won't have the problem of just like having a ton of unread books in your house. So I highly recommend the Libby app. I'm reading Oathbound on there by Tracy Dion. And after that, on Libby, I'm going to read Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. So yeah, that's the TBR for April. So yeah, if you've read any of these, let me know. And then I'll warn you again that these, well, I'm pretty sure Call Me By Your Name is also 18 plus, but these are all 18 plus except for Root Kingdom, I believe. So have a warning before you pick any of these up. So yeah, I had a great experience at Books A Million. I usually don't pick up so many books, but 2 of these books were under $6. So there we go. I don't have a half price books in my area, so Books A Million's like the main place I can go to get bargain books. So yeah, it's a book. I got 2 books at like 25% of the price. So thank you so much for watching. Type in the comments what you're going to be reading in April. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.